afternoon, everyone. Normally, I do these lives in the morning. This morning, I had an event I had to help run. But as you all know, I'm going to take a day, once a day, every day this week, and maybe into next week, talking about our individual authors here at Midnight Publishing. Each author that has honored us with publishing their book is very special to me. And the reason for that is because they all bring something different to the table, and they trusted me to take care of something that's very close to them. That is their craft, their work, their book. As authors, it's very hard to let go of something that we have worked so hard for. It's hard to allow someone else to be in charge of the product that we have created. When I started Midnight Publishing, Jason Wolfgang Gelhert was the first author to contact me and say, I want to give you a book. Now, I've read this book. I read it when he published it way back when. I loved the book then, and I love the book now. The title of his book is The Ferrymen. And before I talk about his book, I want to talk about Jason. Jason is not only a phenomenal author, he is an outstanding human being. He has a heart that is bigger than Texas. And we all know everything is big in Texas, including the state itself. Jason is just absolutely one of the most phenomenal human beings I have ever had the honor and privilege of calling friend. He has a foundation out there, and he works with a lot of folks out there who are Downs and who have Downs syndrome children, because he has a beautiful, beautiful daughter who has that challenge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about Down syndrome, folks with that beautiful challenge, they are some of the kindest, most generous, most loving, smartest human beings I've ever had the honor of knowing. Okay, you said, what is Downs? Downs means you have an extra Y chromosome. They are phenomenal. And they are absolutely a gift from God. Not that every child is not a gift. These children in my book are like angels. They see the good in everyone. They just want to be accepted for the beautiful, beautiful people that they are. So, when you friend Jason, when you go to his website, let him know that you support his endeavors. This man is absolutely phenomenal. Not just as an author, but as a human being, as a husband, as a father. He also has another little one, and she's absolutely adorable. And her big sister worships her. So that's the background of Jason the man. Let's talk about Jason the author. He is a horrormeister. And for those of you who said, what the heck is that? It's spelled Horrormeister. He likes to write off-the-wall stuff. He expands his genres, and he builds his stories. He does a zombie novel, Contagion. That book is off the charts. A shark gore fest. You know, if you're into sharks, you'll love that one. It's called The Red Triangle. He had a werewolf series, Quiver, and I don't know if he's re-released that one or not. He works with another friend of mine, Black Bed Sheets, and did City of Madness. He also has released through BBS the book called Rift. It's companion stories for Sacrificial Sons and Jeremiah Black. Sounds like it's a good one. He authored the collection Ghost Prints, Cinema, and Filter. Did a short comic book on that one. And he has his own podcast. He also has a golden retriever. So someone that has a golden retriever ain't all that bad. He has a beautiful wife that supports him with his craft. And to say this man is, I can't say enough about him. And for him to come to say, Yvonne, take the Ferrymen and republish it for me, made my heart swell with humbleness, with honor, with gratefulness, and with friendship. Jason and I have been friends for many, many years in this journey of indie authors. He was also one of the first that helped break this glass ceiling. The Ferrymen is a book about paranormal detectives. And you go, what? The story is about a detective that gets shot on duty, fighting a very evil entity. And while he's in a coma, fighting death, his partner and another detective, who's really not a detective, go after this entity, because if they don't destroy this entity, their partner will die. And during this whole book, the partner that is fighting for his life is talking to another entity who is helping him come back to the land of the living. The way Jason put this book together, you cannot stop reading it. Even if you want to stop reading it, you cannot stop reading it. You have to turn the page to see what is going to happen next. And when you think you have reached the climax of the story, you haven't. When you think you're standing on the precipice of the story and you're going to see the last page, you don't. Now, what I would challenge Jason to do is to write a sequel to this book, because there is absolutely more to the Ferrymen. For those of y'all who do not know what a ferryman is, in mythical context, that is, the Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, the Roman gods, in mythical context, the ferryman was the entity that took the spirit from one place over to the spirit world, whether it was Hades, or most of the time it was Hades, to weigh in to see if you were going to one place or another. When people died, they were given, in some instances, a gold coin either in their hand, in their mouth or on their eyes to pay the ferryman. If you didn't have the gold coin to pay the ferryman, you didn't get to go over to the next place to be judged. Jason takes that concept and uses it in his book to blow the reader's mind, to absolutely blow the reader's mind. I would challenge each of you, if you have not ordered this book, it is on Audible, it is on Kindle, it is in hard copy, it is in paperback. There's no reason for anyone not to read this book. Okay, so maybe you're not into paranormal. You know somebody that is. Maybe you're not into paranormal, but you're into crime thrillers. Just add the paranormal to it and sit back and kick up your feet and get you a drink and enjoy The Ferrymen. This book is so phenomenal that I would love to see it in a made-for-TV movie. It is that well done. This book is so phenomenal that when you sit down and you say, I'm just going to read a chapter or two, ladies and gentlemen, you can't. When I was working on this book, I could not stop working on this book. Even though I had read the book many years ago when he first published it, when I got the book to republish it, I could not stop reading it. I had forgotten many of the things I had read, and it was like reading it all over again with different eyes as a brand new book. Jason's ability to take the reader on an emotional roller coaster ride and an emotional journey through the eyes of these detectives is hands down one of the best books I have ever read. And I read a lot, both in the job and for pleasure. Go and buy The Ferryman. If you have not friended Jason, friend Jason. Go find his website. If you have not seen his books on Amazon, go to Black Bed Sheets. The owner of that is Nicholas Grabowski, another friend of mine who I absolutely adore, because I'm sure that he will lead you in the right direction. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, please, friend Jason, support his love of writing. He also does a podcast. When you friend him, ask him where to find his podcast. Go to his website. Sign up for his newsletter. This is another author that is so deserving of being out there. And go buy The Ferrymen by Jason Wolfgang Gelhert, because he is absolutely amazing. So until tomorrow, when I will highlight another author, I will say goodbye for now. At 3 o'clock, before I say that, at 3 o'clock, join Andrea Dean Van Scoyk and I as we do our normal Wednesday podcast. Mary will be back next Wednesday. Andrea couldn't do it on Wednesday, so we're doing it this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And who knows what we will talk about. I want to talk about how pirating audiobooks and pirating Kindle books are hurting indie authors. So we will see you at 3 o'clock. It goes live on Off the Chain, my other Facebook page. If you don't catch the live, it will be up on all of my social media, including Midnight Publishing, my personal page, the website, and YouTube. So until 3 o'clock, I say goodbye.